Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching me go from Bellend to Legend on a Brewmaster in the War Within Season 2. What does Bellend to Legend mean? It means I go from 0 to 3k, pugging only. Now, today we've got quite a few chores to do before we jump into a dungeon. First things first, I'm going to catch up on what I've been doing on the stream. Oh, also, this is not what's... Hold on. There we go. Switch those back to what they're supposed to be and deleting them. So on the stream, we cleared 4 10s. We got our revenge on Theater of Pain. We almost 2-started, if I'm not mistaken, so that was pretty good. And we got 3 other 10s done, which is also very, very nice. I was hoping to maybe get 2.5k on the stream. That was kind of the goal, but I was just a bit too slow and I was very, very hungry, so I just called it a bit early. And yeah, well, anyway. Maybe we can get it today. Who knows? Maybe I run 2 dungeons. Gear-wise, I've recrafted this weapon that I have to 681, which gave us 2 item levels. So now we're at 660. Very happy with that. I was surprised it gave us 2 item levels just from that. Didn't really do anything else because I can't really do anything else. I can just craft things at the moment because I don't actually have any hero pieces, and I also don't have any more gilded crests that I could use to do that recrafting. Now, we do have some hero pieces here that we could upgrade now and tierify and do all sorts of things with. The belt, useless. We're going to be using the Delve belt, and I'll get to that in a moment. But before we do any of that, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the vault, and not just on Bingo de Bongo over here. I'm going to go through all of my other characters from either the series that I'm still playing or just characters that I've made for myself for funsies. So let's go over to the vault and let's open up for Brewmaster and see what we get on our favorite Brewmaster monk. This is your favorite Brewmaster monk. With avoidance. That is very juicy. And we get myth pants too. Honestly, I like these myth pants more. They also give us crit verse without having to tierify them. So I can tierify the other pieces that I've gotten as well. So I can have catalyst charges. I think I'm going to go for the myth pants. I feel like this will contribute more than this would, is my opinion. I should sim this to really be sure about it. But honestly, like, I think I'm just going to go for the myth pants. These are 2 really, really good rewards. Again, I should sim it. This is maybe better, but this feels better. And I like it more. And I don't know. It makes sense, guys. For me, it makes sense. I'm going to go for the pants. I like new pantaloons. I like me a fresh fit. What can I say? That's just how it is. But at the same time, maybe I don't know. Also, these are all like champion, and down here we have hero tier stuff. So like maybe hero shoulders look nice, but I just don't care. I can get hero pieces whenever I want. Last Master 3000 can go away, and these are hero hands. I just don't care as much as I care about these 2 myth pieces, obviously. So I'm just, gosh darn, it's actually hard to tell. I'm gonna settle on pants. Yell at me in the comments if you want. I'm gonna get the pants. I want the pants. The pants look nice. I'm gonna get the pants. Sue me. The myth pacemaker I can get guaranteed from here, so there's no point in getting it from the vault. I'll get the pants. The pants got crit verse. I'm already happy with that. High verse, low crit, perfect. I mean, just fucking. All right, before we get too excited now, we got a 10 key. We got a theater. This game is, you've got to be joking. This will be the 3rd plus 10 theater. I'm just going to look for somebody else's key. I don't care. And these 2 now, I feel the need to tierify these, honestly. Genuinely feel the need to tierify these. Let's just roll over here and then, whoop, and there we go. Tierifying the helmet feels bad because it gives such bad stats. Maybe I should have gone for the trinket. Whatever. All right, we need to get a new corrupted memento thingy, the greater rune, the corruption, that's what it's called. I'm gonna slap that onto our head. This time I'm getting an echoing void instead of the other thing. I feel like I don't really care about void ritual. It's very boring, and I'd rather have this do some damage. We've tierrified both of these pieces. Now we have, what are these called? Hero pieces, which I'm happy about, and we can upgrade those in a little bit. Right over here. Just gonna upgrade them to catch them up to what we were at. Now, honestly, I feel like once I recraft this to 681, I'm just gonna upgrade hero pieces as much as I can rather than crafting pieces, because I don't know. I guess I need to recraft because I've crafted so many pieces. Never mind. There's multiple pieces I need to recraft. I forgot. I thought I just had this, but then I just realized I have also the necklace and the ring. This brings us to 661. So I guess I got a little bit of a bump from these legs. Nice. Let's buy some enchants. We need the Stormbound armor kit. Gotta have a sinking feeling in my gut that a bunch of people are yelling at me for not taking the pacemaker and taking the legs instead. I don't care. I'm happy with my new pantaloons. It's not that serious. Stop yelling at me in the comments. All right, now I do want to do the new turbocharged delve thing, and I will do so as soon as I am done opening the vault for all my other characters, which I will go through very, very quickly. I'm just going to jump to them through editing magic, and you guys can see what I got on each of those characters. So let me show you. Here is Mr. Bonk, our most recent character before Bingo de Bongo, an enhancement shaman. We only did, oh, what a piece of shit that is. Not, well, I guess it is myth, you know, it's a myth ring with high mastery, a bit of, it's not horrible, and it could be better than this 661 crafted ring for the moment. I'm just going to take it anyway because I have no need for 2 of these tokens. I've only done 110 on most of these characters. So we're just going to grab that and be happy with it. I may have even done a 12. It looks like I did a 12. So that's cool. Yes, we have this ring now. I'll smack it in the middle of my inventory, and hopefully I remember that I need to upgrade it and do all that good stuff. And maybe, probably before I do anything, I'm going to sim it. Anyway, next character. Next up, we have Morning Breath. Morning Breath being our Devastation Evoker that we tried to go the 3K with PUG only, but I kind of gave up because it took me forever to do it. So we had some pre-made help. And Myth Signet, this is perfect. It's a direct upgrade to my Hero Signet. This is beautiful. I like you very much. Yeah, it's very good. No debate about it. I'm sure as hell not taking 2 tokens over that. So we're just going to go ahead and upgrade that real quick. But for you, next character. I think I might have some on Tankbot. Let's take a quick look. Tankbot was our, whatchamacallit? Oh, loading for arms? No. Protection. There we go. Tankbot was Beep Boop, our character that we did our 0 to Hero in a weekend challenge, or the mediocre push, Danny and I, over the 3 days. Ooh, only champion pieces, but it is an upgrade. Funnily enough, it is actually an upgrade to our veteran pants. So I guess we'll take that. It's got to be better than what I get otherwise. So let's take that real quick and move on to the next character. Didn't do a 10 on this character. I thought I might have, but I didn't. Next up, we have Tulani, which is a holy paladin that we went 0 to Hero with. Very happy with this character. Really enjoy playing it. I've been playing it a lot. Whenever I need to heal, this is what I go for. So we get a Myth Helmet. That's a very nice upgrade. And we get a Hero Chest Piece that we can kind of ignore. So we're going to go for the Myth Helmet. Not even a question. I have a champion one right now. It even has Avoidance, which is just, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. It's not great stats. We're got a little bit of crit and a whole lot of mastery, but it's still a myth piece. So that's just a lot of intellect that we're getting from just having that high of an item level. So there we go. I don't even have enchants, like the head enchant here, the corruption. We're just going to equip that. No reason not to. And I just need to fix the transmog now, of course. Much better. On to the next character. Here we have Kitwana, which is the druid I played for the mediocre push with Danny as a guardian druid in the War Within Season 1. So we're going to open up and generate some loot for guardian. I've done some 10s. I maybe even have 3 myth pieces to choose from. No, only 2. We have a pacemaker, which I do like. It's not ideal for this class, but we also have this, which is a myth piece with the best stats. I think I'm going to go for this. I don't think you run pacemaker. Let me just double check. And if I do run pacemaker, I might just switch to that instead of reverb radio. So according to some quick things that I'm looking at, pacemaker seems to be outpaced by the reverb radio. So I think I'm going to commit, since I have a choice of 2 myth pieces, I'm going to go for the gloves, which I will for sure terrify and replace the currently hero gloves. So I think that's worth it. We're going to grab that and move on. Next up, we have Derek, the Fury / Arms Warrior, currently Fury, that I have reached 3K with, but I honestly, I don't play it much. It just can't keep up with the DPS of other classes. Higher on the totem pole, as it were. Now we have a helmet option with haste, which isn't bad, but I kind of need the mastery from my current helmet, although it is myth, obviously. Maybe I could tierify it for better stats, who knows? And we have a weapon option, and I think weapon damage beats out. I'm going to have to sim this. This is one that I 100% have to sim. I don't have much of a choice in this. So let's set up a sim. We have all of these. We want to include the helmet. And for both slots, we want to have the option of moving these around to see if everything works out. Of course, we want to make sure we use the upgraded versions of all of these. To do that for the helmet, there we go. And let's see what the top gear is. I just realized I may not have set up a catalyzed helmet option. Whoopsie daisy. We'll see if it checks for that as well. So grabbing the helmet actually increases my DPS by the most. Genuinely, that surprises me. I would have thought that the weapon DPS from a myth weapon might have been the best option, but it looks like I'm starving for some versatility, or maybe I just need more haste, and that's why the helmet is just proving to be the best. Well, the Sims don't lie, so I guess we're grabbing the helmet out of the vault. Not as satisfying as getting the weapon, but I guess I do have best in slots giving me a bunch of stats, while this is a crafted weapon with ascendants giving me a bunch of stats. So it looks like the helmet just giving me more raw stats outside of all of that is kind of the best option. Now I do need a sad for it, which I do have, so we're going to slap that on that bad boy right now. Replace this primary stat gem, which I do have one ready from, I don't know when I bought this, but I'm glad I did because now I can just use it right away. And boom, new helmet. Go back to the Squiddy transmog, there we go. And that is a happy Fury Warrior right there. Can't upgrade it quite as much as I'd like to, but it's okay. Moving on, up next is our Marksmanship Hunter Elethu, which not a serious character, much like Derek, by the way. Derek was also not a serious character, just characters I really like playing. We got some boots here. We already have some boots with basically best in slot stats. Kind of don't care about these boots. They might be nice for this BM. No, BM is crit mastery, right? Not crit haste. So I don't think these boots are good for me for anything, but it feels bad to take just these tokens. Oh well, we'll take the tokens. That'll let us buy actually a whatchamacallits, a sad, to make us less sad. Tokens it is. And do I need a sad? I got a myth helmet. We got these bracers. We got to put a socket on those bracers. Let's do that. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There's also a 3K rated character. Was my main up until recently, but now it's fallen behind. I've chosen the paladin over it. Buy a masterful ruby for that big crit and a bit of mastery. Love me some crit and mastery. Let us slap that back into the wrists. And there we go. On to the next character. And last but certainly not least, we have our Red Paladin Tabisa, which is currently my main. I've gone back to Red Paladin. I asked Danny, no bullshit, what is my best character when I play it? She said Red Paladin. She likes it when I play Red Paladin. So here I am back on Red. Tabisa are the second series on this channel, actually. We have another Wax Steel Great Helm, Myth 1 out of 8. These are veteran pieces. We did some LFR to catch up on the stupid quest. We have a Myth piece with a bunch of versatility. We don't care about that. And this trinket, I know for a fact, is just dog shit. So we're going to go with the Wax Steel Great Helmet to just replace my tierified helmet that has crit mastery perfect stats. We're going to tierify this bad boy. And we have a sad ready for it as well. I don't even need to sim anything. I know that this is my best choice. And let's make that choice now. Immediately put a sad on this bad boy. So happy about this. Very nice upgrade. I've been getting nothing but shoulders over and over again. Myth shoulders on this character. And just about nothing else. Because I don't play it enough to actually keep getting multiple slots. So let's tierify this. Kapow! There we go. And now we have a myth helmet. I need a socket for it, so let's get that as well. Deadly Onyx, I think, is the, yes, mastery heavy crit one. Actually, I feel like I need a bit more crit, so let's go for Masterful Ruby as well. I'm gonna slap that in here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that transmog being broken by this. Hold on. There we go. Much better. Much, much better. And I do also need a greater enchant on this. Oh, I can't believe I don't have this enchant on this character. Holy shit. I'm just gonna pretty safely assume that it's Void Ritual that I should be getting. So let's see if I can transfer some of these bad boys. 1,000 of these. Thank you, good sir. And Void Ritual. And slap that onto this. I can't believe I didn't put this in. I've been doing 14s and 15s on this character and I don't have the corruption. What a dumbass. Look at that. And a final step would be to upgrade it as much as possible. How many crests do I have on this character? Oh, 130? Plenty. Okay, that's nice. Can't wait to have to do the stupid delve quest on every single one of my characters now. We upgrade the helmet as many times as necessary to get 8 out of 8. That's 679 item level now. Ooh, this is my highest item level character. I've been so busy with all the series and stuff that only now am I getting to 679. If I had been playing more actively on my main characters or these characters that are not serious characters, I probably would have had 680 and all that good shit. But friends, that's it for the vaults. Hope you enjoyed the vault openings. I like people enjoy people gambling, so the vault feels a little bit like that. So So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let's actually get back to Bingo de Bongo. Our next order of business is to actually do the overcharged delve thing. So we're going to go over here to the delve area thing and do the quest line. So I need to go to an overcharged delve, and it can be any tier. It doesn't have to be a tier 11 or 8 or anything like that. It just has to be an overcharged delve. So two of the four bountiful delves are overcharged every day. So you just go to one of those and you do those to do this quest line. I'm going to go ahead and do it at tier 11 because I'm going to get these gilded stashes, and I don't think it's going to be difficult. I'm at 661 item level. I think I got this covered. Although I do want to, and I think I will, pop out a guild bank, or sorry, not a guild bank, but a warbound bank. Keep calling it guild bank for some reason. And I'm going to grab one of these as well to get some extra, what are they called? Gilded crests. So let's hop on in here and get that Delver's Bounty and all of that good stuff. So we need to access one of these bad boys. There we go. Complete that quest, accept the next one, and then I need 100 of these, which I don't have yet. And we want to grab these. These buffs here, from my understanding, they only affect delves. But you need to do this part of the quest in order to unlock the belt, which is what we're really going for. So let's grab this real quick. We have him set to doing damage. This combo has been really, really good. When he's DPS, it's been popping off and doing a crap ton of damage. By he, I mean Brandon. My Brand is now level 80, so he's as decked out as they come. Unless they've increased the max level of Brand now, have they? No, that's 80 out of 80. God dang. Well, luckily, we don't have the stupid annoying one, which is where you have to grab and carry a candle and whatnot. Here, we only have this thing where we have to walk up to candles, and we're going to get stunned and stuff, but I don't mind at all. As you can tell, not the most entertaining content I've ever seen. But I guess with the overcharge, did I just disconnect? I'm pretty sure I just disconnected. Okay, am I about to die in a delve because I disconnected? That's awesome. Well, better in a delve than in a M+ dungeon. That's all I'll say. Maybe, just maybe I'm still alive. Let's see. Nope, I've gotten my ass kicked. And that feels annoying. I have half of mine just to reset this delve because I died right at the start and I don't like having DFs. Yeah, we're gonna eat up for this buff, and then I'm gonna walk out, reset the delve, and just get started again. No reason to deal with this. Actually, I'm kind of scared. I don't know if I can do that because it's overcharged. Let's just not risk it. Let's just not. Let's do it anyway. We got two lives remaining. That'll do just fine. All right, let's take out these pylons. Shock strike. Yeah, not today, buddy. You're not so tough when I don't disconnect, huh? So apparently, by killing enemies in these overcharged delves, you get the Titanic disc fragment things, and those are very useful for. I'm gonna stun this thing. Hopefully, this guy purifies it before I have to get stunned by the thingy with stuff. Hold on, what am I supposed to be fighting here? Okay, well, there's the Matrix, but there's also the UWC. We're gonna paralysis this thing, stop that cast, whatever that is. I'm confused and annoyed because of the disconnect, but whatever. Oh, is that bad zone? Is that a no-no zone? I think there was a no-no zone. Oh well. Anyway, what am I trying to say? I don't know. Killing enemies in here gives you the resource thingy that you need in order to be able to get the console like research. Once you fill out the console research, you get a lovely whatchamacallit mount. So I will definitely be gathering as much of that as I possibly can. So you even get Titan disc shards from opening the little mislaid curiosities. Do I get some from murdering these? If I get them from just murdering enemies, I will very gladly murder all of them. Also, you'll notice there's no target frame because I disconnected in an instance, which means I have to deal with buggy-ass shadow unit frames. A reload won't fix this, by the way. It just won't fix itself until you leave the instance. So that's super fun. Ah, yes, more Titan disc shards. So Titan disc shards seem to drop from the Titan enemies, not from the regular enemies. But we'll find out. They also seem to drop, like I said, from, what are these? From the curios. Also, you don't need to do this on a high tier delve. You can do this on a tier 1 delve just fine. There is no need to do this on any higher than tier 1. If you just want to get this done, doing it on tier 1 is perfectly fine. I'm doing it on tier 11 because I can get the extra gilded crests and then I might be able to craft something, you know? Which is always nice. We like crafting. Oh, I'm in trouble. I got stunned by the stupid thing. Okay. There another one going after me? There's a lot of shit in this corner. Oh no. Oh goodness. Get him off me. What do? I don't have potions. Why don't I have potions? That's a good question. I'm gonna die again here. Holy shit. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't so confidently strive into a bunch of enemies. That might not be the best choice for me right now. Because I'm down to 1 death, and this is getting embarrassing. I don't want to fail a delve. That would be detrimental to my mental health. I'm not taking it seriously enough. I have all my defensives and everything. I was just being goofy and not respecting the delve. All right, let's go ahead and take care of these guys. So they're like under the control. I can't see the debuffs on them because Shadow Unit Frames is currently being stupid. But let's fight these guys separately. Let's respect the delve a bit more. I was being disrespectful, and I apologize, delve. I apologize. Don't murder me again. Thank you. Unless I get disconnected again, then I'm just going to be salty about it. It doesn't matter. Mislaid Curiosity. You seem to very consistently get mislaid, like stuff from the Mislaid Curiosities. Can I pull these separately? Unfortunately, I cannot. But this time I can also use, you know, PUG Offensive. It didn't help that I ran into that candle and got stunned for like 4 seconds by the thing in the middle that comes out of the candle. I mean, that did not help my cause at all. We get a little buff here. Again with the candle. God damn it. Stun everything. Panic. Quickly. Kill. Murder. Destroy. I didn't see the candle here. I just saw the enemies, so I rolled directly into them like a dum-dum. Oh no, not again. Getting stunned by this bullshit. I keep not noticing the candles. I'm scared, okay? I'm scared. My Vivify does nothing on me. It feels like I don't even press it. God damn. Why does it do so much better out of combat? I don't get it. Ooh, overcharged bot. You look like you're a lot of fun. We're gonna try to line of sight that pylon. Sprocket punch gets dodged, apparently. Okay, I can just stay out of range of that easily. Okay, I'm cool with that. And maybe a touch of death to finish this off. It looks like a mean enemy. Can I get that touch of death? Touch of death coming in. There we go. Easy peasy. 10 Titan disc shards for that one. I like that. The brute, I think, is one of those. No, it doesn't seem to be. So there's enemies that replace regular delve enemies. The aggressively lost hobgoblins. Those tend to, whatchamacallit, be a bit more powerful. And they're next to gold piles. There was no gold pile here, so that under the brute or whatever was just not an issue. Is there a candle here? Am I about to roll into a candle? Dude, I'm tired of getting stunned by the stupid candle thing. It just keeps wrecking me. Apparently we purified 6 of them, so we don't have to worry about that too much anymore, which is nice. That's a nice change of pace. A bit of self-healing here. Very nice. Oh, and there's the console. We can actually turn in the quest mid-run. I like that. So there's consoles at the entrance and next to the empowered thing. Okay, complete that quest. And then the next quest is restore a Titan Disc and spend it to unlock one of the starting nodes in the overcharged. Okay, do I have enough to do that right now? I don't have enough. Where can I see how many of that I have? I guess we can also summon in the Wave Scrambler thing. Do I dare with 2 lives remaining now that I've added another one with this? Where can I see how many of the currency I have? Well, I have 0. Or is that the one that I unlock by spending these? I think that's the one I get from spending these. I may have only 50 considering that I've now collected 50 for this quest, so I may need to do another delve just to finish this quest and get to Dagran and continue the next quest. I'm not sure if I need to do this to do the next one, but anyway, let's drop in the Wave Scrambler, fight the Underpin, get those extra crests from kicking his ass and the Delver's Bounty. Actually, I don't even need to beat him. I just need to engage him, and then I will get the Delver's Bounty when he leaves. So that's pretty forgiving. He jumped onto Bran, and Bran got stunned mid Storm Rider thing, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna have to avoid some of these bombs. I can drag him around, right? He's not gonna reset. I'm gonna taunt him to get away from the bombs. Perfect. He even jumps to where I want him to go. Good job, buddy. And he is now at 40%. He leaves at 50. There we go. We got some stuff. We got the Delver's Bounty. We're going to use that. Beautiful. Let's quickly just jump over there. There's a curio I didn't notice up until just now, and we get disc fragments from it. There we go. Unique 1700. That's probably as many as I'm going to need. I don't understand where they are, though. They're not in the currency tab. They're not in my... Oh, they are in my inventory. Look at that. Dumbass. Okay, I have 112 now. Let's take a look-see here. Okay, there's the disc. This is basically identical to the Horrific Visions. Okay, let's take Titanic Pyroblast. So it just blasts them in the face. That'll complete the quest. Very nice. And the next quest we get is there we go. So we have to do this to get the belt, which is what we're really going for. Let's accept that, and then need to destroy 4 pylons and then complete an overcharged delve. Okay, I may not have left enough pylons in the thing. We'll see how many there are later on here. I'm hoping there's 4, so I don't have to go into another delve, but it's whatever. There's another one over there. There's this stupid thing from the candle. Little kobold buddy, clear the candle so I don't get stunned by this thing. That would be very nice. If you could do that, I would really appreciate it. It would be turbo nice. All right, I don't think we're going to get enough pylons from this unless we get very, very lucky here. There's another pylon here, another one down there, but I think that's the end of the delve. Let's find out. We're going to slam the bejesus out of these guys and move on. I think that is actually the end of the delve, so I should have just left one alive, but I didn't know that was going to be the quest that I get, so, you know, there's that. But it's fine. I'll do another delve, and what I'll get out of that is just, you know, more gilded crests. I'm cool with that. Oh, no, I just got stunned in this. Will this kill me? Oh, no, not even close. Okay. I forgot I was a tank, I guess. I got 99 problems, but AoEs are not one. Can Kobold Buddy get that? Yay, thanks, Kobold Buddy. And let's grab this for more of these Titan Disc shards. Only one? Every time so far I've gotten 3, so that's a little annoying. More pylons! There's so many pylons. Okay, before I do anything with these guys, I'm going to clear out these pylons and things on the side, because it seems annoying to have to deal with them in the middle of a fight, potentially. Also, what is a Pit Lord doing in here? What's going on with this now? Was he always here? I have a feeling he was not here. I got the feeling he wasn't always there. This is very nice that they put some extra pylons here in the end room. I really appreciate that, because I thought it was all ogre and I had to do more. Delvos. All right, one more pylon remaining. After that, they're going to have to construct additional pylons, but I'm not too worried about it. That's their problem to deal with. Can I move him? I can't move him. Okay, well, whatever. Once these explode, I'm going to move back on top of them. Of course, I could check for the timer, but I'm worried that I won't notice it, because the bombs do have a timer that we can use to identify when they're going to explode. Oh, nice. He jumped into a trap from Bran, and this guy's going to walk into a bunch of traps from Bran. He is going to get absolutely wrecked. Oh, Bran gets a kick in. No enrage for you, Dumbo. You kind of have to beat up on this guy because we can't reach the smaller guy. I'm going to save Touch of Death for the smaller guy just to speed things up here. There we go. There we go. Can I get my Touch of Death in before these... What the heck was that? Did one of them blow up, or did I like step on it and that blew it up? Let's Touch of Death him before we fail this delve. That would be miserable. Okay. We loot him. What do we get? We got nothing. We got some gold from him, I think. What do we get? Loot tab says I got 15 gold. Okay. Let's go into the loot part of the delve, the only good part of the delve. So, of course, there is an order to things, as we all know. So, first things first, you collect all of the gold. There we go. There's the gold. Only 4 pieces of gold. Then we collect the mislaid curiosities, you know, in order of importance. Is there another one we have to check? No, it seems to be done. That's all of them. Then we go left bountiful heavy trunk. We get the quest because it's the first one of the week. Right bountiful heavy trunk. Then we go nemesis strongbox. Then we get the gilded stash, juicy. Then we grab the bountiful coffer. And then, of course, last but definitely not least, the hidden trove. Oh, and I got the reputable from what? Oh, exalted paragon reward from any faction. We got the single worst trinket in the game, I think, the amorphous relic. We got some champion pantaloons, and we got reinforced satay flyers. I have no idea how to say that. Satay? I have no idea. We got some flyers. Apparently it's being sold on the auction house for less gold than selling it to a vendor, which is always an interesting choice. Nothing we were going to get from here was going to be interesting anyway. We just did it for the gilded crest. How many did I get is the question. We got 30 gilded undermine crests from that. That is crazy, actually. And another 10, so 40 total gilded crests. Are you kidding me? I can craft an item? That's stupid. That's actually really nice. I like that. Vlad, happy. And we're going to grab the copter to go back to the entrance of the delve. I know I can right-click myself and leave. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. Did I get more gilded crests than usual? Or like what exactly is going on? Did they buff how many crests you get? What happened there? Is it because it's overcharged? I don't understand. But I will tell you, if that's how easy it is to do it, with me dying once from a DC and once from being stupid and just pulling too many big things at the same time and not respecting it at all, then I think you're going to be fine to do it. Let's turn in this weekly quest, get some extra undercoin. We're going to talk to Dagran here. He will give us the thingy thing with the stuffy stuff. The belt. Yes, that thing. And then we're going to get the overcharged chest, which is going to give us a champion piece, whatever, and a restored coffer key. Isn't that nice? Do I have restored coffer keys? That is now my only one. Oh, I might need to do some weekly quests so I can go do another one of these delves. I think I may need to do more of them. Or actually, do I have abilities? I need to equip it. and then I can use it. Oh, by default, you get the one that zaps things, and that's kind of the best one for us. So that kind of works out. We're just going to have to slap a socket in there, which for us is going to be the primary stat and crit effect thing. But let us use this item. I'll slap it over here so we can use it in the future. And we can choose right here what we're actually going to use. I'm assuming it puts it on cooldown, or can I could just freely switch. That's awesome. So we want charged bolts or something else from here. I don't know which one, but it's either charged bolts or something else that does also just direct damage. That's what we want, because we stack versatility, so any kind of item / trinket damage will do more damage because of the versatility. So that's how monk works, which is why for the monk sometimes you run the damage citrines on the circlet. That's why it is like that, because you run versatility to the point that you run it at. Now let's get that gem. Cum Blast. It sounded like Cum Blast, my special move that I will not be sharing with you. That would have to be on a different video platform. We're going to go ahead and socket that. And now we have the new belt. Okay, there's a weekly quest associated with this, which will increase its item level, but we don't have that available right now from my understanding. I think that unlocks next week and will bump up the item level. This is still significantly better than what I had. It gave me 2 item levels, but another thing that I will do now is probably craft myself some bootsies, because I got boots with a lot of mastery, and I'm not a big fan of that. I could, like I said, upgrade my existing crafted pieces, but I'm just going to go for some new pieces, because these are capped out. They're champion, right? I can't do much about it, and they have stats which are not optimal, giving us a bunch of mastery. So we're going to go for a crit verse booty boots. So armor, leather, feet, search, rune branded kickers. We're going to track that recipe and favorite it so we can quickly access it when we go again. Open up the mount, clicky click on the profession thing that we're tracking. You can't do this with recrafting, just with crafting, which is annoying. Blizzard fixed that. Let me click on the recrafting one so I can see what these things are and easily order them. Someone's going to suggest that I get auctioneer, because then I will be able to track it or grab it, even with recrafting or whatever. But I'm not going to get a whole big ass bloated add-on just for that, unfortunately. But I do appreciate the suggestions. Sometimes there's real gems in the comments helping me out quite a bit, so I appreciate that. Now we have a bunch of crests, which we're going to spend on Gilded Undermine Crest and Augmentation Matrix. There we go. And now what we need is to go into Trade Chat, and let's just fill out the... I always forget to grab the mail. Again, let's go into... Let me close all these. God dang, get out of my way. I got places to be. There we go. Looking for, and we're going to link these at rank 5. And then I'm going to get whispered by the people with the add-ons. Put in 3,000 gold here. That's how much I usually give people. Hey, Mosa. 2k tip. We will give them... Here you go. We're going to double your tip just because you're being so nice. 4,000. A real tip. I'm going to say, sent, thank you. Exclamation mark, so they know I'm friendly. Oh, he's being friendly too. Logging, exclamation mark. Thank you, thank you. While we wait for that, we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves some Defender's March. Def March. And apparently, I'm supposed to be running Leech enchants rather than Avoidance enchants, which makes a lot of sense to me, because Stagger will protect us from every piece of damage, including big AoEs. So we're going to go to enchants, current expansion only, and go leech. Is it armored leech? Chant of leeching fangs, I think is it. Okay, 1,000 leech. That seems to be it. Okay, one of these, please. Thank you. And then cloak. Oh, that was cloak. Ha! Okay, bracer is armored leech, 2,040. Oh, that's a lot of leech. That's a whole lot of leech. Right, and we have the chant of armored leech, which is for the bracers. We're going to replace the avoidance one with the leech. And chant of leeching fangs, we're going to slap onto this cloak. Not too happy with this cloak, but we'll do that anyway. Screw it. Aw, Musa, our friend here, that asked for 2k. We gave them 4k, and they say they're too kind. I'm just going to say... Thanks for the quick craft, and you too enjoyed the lovely day. Booty boots, let's go. I got them boots with the fur, the whole dungeon looking at her. Next thing you know. Threat started getting low. Anyway, well, what am I doing? I am trying to quickly fix my transmog. There we go. It's hard to fix transmog with pandas because they'll always add this golden little frill here at the bottom. And it does not match my style at all, but c'est la vie, you guys voted for Pandaren as the race. Now you suffer the consequences in the form of golden frills on my boots, ruining my transmog vibes. There we go. We're now fully enchanted, 664 item level. I think we've gotten 4 item levels total. I'm gonna wave. Oh, it's Musa. Yeah, let's wave at Musa. Thank you. Ooh, they blow me a kiss. Danny, look away. All right, so what do I want to do next? Kind of don't care about Gilded Crests. I'm not going to get enough in this video to craft against, so that's kind of pointless, and I don't really care about that. What I can do is go do a dungeon, which is the point of this series, dumbass. But yes, I do feel quite happy with the setup we've got going on right now. Let's just take a quick look at how we're looking. A look at the look, if you will. All right, so we're at 664.63 item level. Very nice. We have the new belt. We've put the socket in, and we have the thing that we want, so we don't actually have to do any more overcharged delves. We have the proc that we want for this belt. The raw agility and stamina from it being 691 is more than enough for us to consider this our best in slot, from my understanding. We have crafted ourselves some new rune-branded kickers. You know, the boots, the boots with the fur. I don't know why I said it like that. Forgive me. Anyway, we got some rune-branded kickers, the boots with the fur, that has the whole dungeon looking at her. We have switched to agility, or sorry, not agility, leech enchants for our cloak and our bracers. And we've gotten myth pants out of the vault, which is really, really nice. And I think I might work on upgrading these as well as my hero pieces rather than crafting new things. I'll think about it. We'll see how it goes. Crafting might still be the better option because we really want a lot of versatility in crit. We don't really care about much else. Hello, cart. Thank you for ruining my shot. How fucking rude is that? He just ran me over. This has to be illegal, even in Dornegal. Such a lawless place. Is it lawless? I don't know. What am I even saying? Anyway, that's what we're looking at right now. So what are we going to do? We're going to try and get into an 11, maybe? My 10 is a Theater of Pain. I don't feel like doing Theater of Pain. So let's take a quick look if we can find an 11 that wants to take us. Find a group, 11 to 11, and let's take a quick look. So there's a rookery. Have I done a rookery? I have not done a rookery. Let's see if they're willing to take me. There's a DFC. We've done a 10 DFC. I don't want that. Why am I looking at just these two? I've been declined. No, it's been delisted. That's fine. This is for Crests Alts Welcome. Okay. They might be willing to take me since they're low rated, and I am also an alt, you know? What else do I need to do? I need to do a Cinderbrew Meadery. That would be interesting to do an 11 after only doing a 6. A Priory. Oh, I'm not getting invited to these, am I? And then Motherload would also be an option. I think I'm going to look for these and see if I can get into those. I think I may have to run a 10 if these are my options. Or just wait for that Rookery invite, because people care less about Rookery. I think they think it's a much easier dungeon, which it is. I think it's much easier than Cinderbrew or Priory. But anyway, to not keep you here just looking at LFG like me for God knows how long, I will talk to you once I'm in an actual dungeon. All right, here we go with a Cinderbrew Meadery 10. I got impatient and just went for the 10. We're going to do a double muscle pull here at the start, so hopefully people don't mess with me too much. I'm going to grab this attendant, kick it in the teeth, keg smash, fire breath, keg smash, drop taunt totem, weapons of order, heal myself, purifying brew, keg smash, fire breath, and there we go. Now I do need healing here, friend. Okay, there we go. We got the healing that we needed. Nanny's peeking in from the side. I see you, baby. You sleep well? She had no answer, but simply showed me her butt, and that was it. So there's that. Now this is a great time to point out that I need to use the thing that restores my purifying brew stacks. Our group is not really killing this at any sort of fast pace of any way, shape, or form, and we're just gonna die here because this is just not dying. And am I stupid or am I not getting healing? I think I'm getting healing. Okay, so I'm getting as much healing as the mage got healing. So that's interesting. Or the healer. I think that's normal. We're gonna chill, I guess, with the pull. Okay, what do I pull? I guess I pull this muscle with it. Put a focus on this, and let's do single muscle pulls. Okay. I think that's the only way we're gonna get through this if we single muscle pull. Now, hopefully, just hopefully. Oh, maybe what happened was the affix went out and nobody took care of it. I didn't even notice it because I was focusing on too many things at the same time. So I want to know, what do you guys think? Was that my fault, or was there low DPS, or what happened here? Did I pull too aggressively for the group? I'm not actually 100% sure. I'm gonna have to take a look while I'm whatchamacallit, in editing. I may also been distracted by Danny Booty, so who knows. We're gonna touch a death here just to clear the stagger that we've built up. I'm gonna pull this group, the keg smash and this, and go into next group, heal ourselves and purify the stagger. Weapons of Order, and now we got more keg smashes to send out. Beautiful. We get a proc of our tier set, so we're trying to fit in some of these blackout kicks. Beautiful. Attendant comes in, we're going to fire breath it. Taunt totem goes down. I do need some healing, friend. Please do give me some healing. Share some of that lovely healing juice you got for the party with the tank as well. Could be that I'm just finally getting a taste of what it's like to actually do difficult dungeons. Let's restore our purifying keg or purifying brews. Goodness gracious. Okay, I do not have enough juice for this. The kegs are running dry, friends. The kegs are running dry. All right, Big MD goes out from what I can see, takes care of the affix. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, definitely a different kind of flavor here. Let's grab Chewy now that he's not so close to El Jefe. Whew. Am I not getting healed enough, or am I just bad at brew? I don't know at this point. Maybe I'm freaking out a bit too much over the stagger. Maybe I need to purify a bit later. Like maybe right here I don't need to purify. Maybe I'm over purifying. Maybe that's the issue. I do not know, friends. I do not know. What I do know is that I got my ass handed to me in that first pull, and I did not do much to save myself. Maybe I was just a little bit flustered. First dungeon of the day and all that. You know how it goes. Chewy is the only thing remaining. I may as well grab these guys. It's a couple of patrons that were up to no good, and we're going to grab these into Chewy. Going to put a focus on that. Heal ourselves with 5 stacks of the little Orbeez. Clear some of this stagger. Clear some of this stagger again. I had 18 million stagger there. I feel like it was a good time to clear. Let's get a quick kick out to the Pyromaniac. Our icon sizes have reset on our have they reset? Am I stupid? I feel like they've reset. Is something, because these icons look super small. I thought I had them larger size than that. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. I don't know. I just noticed because I was looking at the cooldown, the remaining for the fire, or not the fire breath, whatever. We're gonna taunt AoE so I can hit all of these guys. I was looking at the cooldown for the beam that the pyromancer does, but I couldn't quite find it, so I was curious to see what was going on with that. We're gonna give any extra healing we have to Schizophrene because their item level is a little bit low. I don't know if I showed this at the start, but the item level is 628 and a 10, so they're getting a bit of a boosty boost from a friendly friend, I think. MD goes out instantly, takes care of the affix. Love to see it. Very, very nice. And now I need Purifying Brew after taking the Tank Buster would be good. Alright, and Schizophrene gets some more healing from us here. I'm going to dash over here. We're going to grab this thing right here. Give it to this guy. Grab this right here. We're going to give ourselves movement speed. Schizophrene gets some more healing. Again, we got to keep Schizophrene safe. So we're going to go around this side this time around. Like this side so that the stuff spawns over there and lead it over there. And then we're going to go down that side the next time. That's the plan here. We're going to see how that works out for us, considering I left a pack back there. Kick Smash comes through. We got to kind of sneak past this. We're going to have to hustle here. The hustle is working, I think. Schizophrene, let's just cast a Vivify. Why not? I got nothing better to do. There we go. A little bit of an annoying sort of movement for the group, but I feel like it'll pay off in managing these clouds a bit better. We're going to dispel the mage, I guess. I'm going to dispel myself by healing myself in a second here. There we go. And another heal for the rogue. Maybe the healer can top that off. There we go. Maybe I should dispel the rogue who cannot actually, you know, do it themselves without spending a big defensive, which is Cloak of Shadows. We're going to do the same thing again now. I'm going to take this over to where we need to go, which is the corner pack. I got the corner pack, buddy. There we go. And now the new things will spawn over here. I guess we go down the same route, maybe down the middle. I feel like this might be best. Yeah, the least running involved. Explosive Keg onto his dome, and I think we good here. Oh, that person is in a lot of trouble. Schizophrene, get out of there. Save yourself. Let's help out the mage with a bit of an off heal. I'm going to get Keg smashed here. We're going to pure the stagger from that immediately. Cleanse the rogue, and I can take care of him. Oh, an MD goes out for just me? Just for me? Thank you. And we could touch a death here and move on. So with our Bloodlust timing, I think we're better off going this side to get more Bloodlusts out. So let's get a Keg Smash in, Fire Breath. Spin, that's not great aggro. Keg Smash, Fire Breath. Weapons of Order gives us more Keg Smashes. And there we go. Okay. Now we're gonna have to run some whatchamacallits. Oh, that volley needs to get kicked. Luckily somebody does kick it. We're gonna have to pay attention to what we're doing here. Draco goes down, not sure to what. Stands maybe in a swirly, I couldn't tell you. Explosive Keg is gonna go out. Final Stings are coming out. We're going to have to figure out a way to live that. Purifying. Actually, the fuse magic should keep me fairly safe from that, considering it's magic damage. It's fire damage that they do. So this is like one of the most dangerous pulls for the tank because of these final stings coming in from the bees. We're going to paralysis this one. I'm actually trying to stop it from casting it at me. We managed to do so. People finish it off. Draco's back and blasting the DPS again, so that's good. All right, a bit of a cluster with the commentary here. Hopefully you're not too annoyed with me. We're going to go ahead and dispel Draco so he can stealth if he wants to, and I'm going to move on to pulling this guy. Get that keg smash on as many as possible. Get that keg smash down again, as many as possible. There we go. No weapons avoided this time. Let's purify some stagger. Focus these guys. Beam comes down, takes care of all of that. We're going to bump this guy over. Purify more stagger. Drop this. Kick the focus. Somebody kick the other one. Beautiful. Okay, so the purveyor casts are very dangerous here. And this pull is very aggressive. The group's handling it well. Did I just mess up on the first pull and cause it the semi-wipe? Or actually, it was just straight up a full wipe. I feel bad if that's the case, but I don't know. My excuse is that I got distracted by Danny. It's Danny's fault, guys. It's Danny's fault. She just went, what the f, from the other room. It's a joke, baby. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's definitely her fault. We're just going to step in to make these guys spawn in. And we're going to drop a taunt totem here. Where is our friend going? I don't know. We're going to give them a heal. I'm going to stun all of these just to not freak out as much. Okay. Did we pull more? I cannot tell. I need a heal. I need Jesus. Exploding keg goes down. Jesus. That was rough. Final stings are going out. The fuse magic is going to keep those pesky final stings out of the way. I was really scared because the healer went in there and just confused the bejesus out of me. I don't know where he was going. Maybe he thought I was going into the next room, but that is not the case. I'm quite content staying in this room. We're going to go ahead and... Oh, Jesus, I failed my roll. Whatever. We're going to go ahead and bounce this guy closer. Spin on these for the instant aggro while I'm still moving towards them. I could keg smash as well. Weapons of order are going to go out. Okay. We get the purveyor kick. The other purveyor is just about dead, which is also very good. Keep the purifying kegs going. I'm going to... Oh, I don't have bounce back to bring that guy closer, so that's a little bit irritating, but we're going to have to just deal with him being far away, and the Starfalls and other cleave might take care of him in a moment or two. We're going to heal ourselves back to full. There's no bees really being buffed by this. We're going to go ahead and stun, and then the purveyor we can kill afterwards. Kick it. No kill. And the bouncy bounce is going to bring this guy closer, just a little bit closer. There we go. Actually didn't need to do that because the other one was dead, but whatever. Maybe we can use bouncy bounce. Maybe we could have used bouncy bounce in this pull, but I'll just pull on top of the harvester and it should be okay. All right. Keg smash onto him. Taunt these guys. Drop a taunt totem. Dampen harm while I'm grouping to recover a bit, and we're looking for purveyor kick. Purveyor kick is the most important because it'll slow people, then they can't get out of these swirlies. It's a huge slow as well, so it's very dangerous. Let's get that celestial brew out, and I feel pretty safe right now. Feeling pretty good about my situation. 12 million stagger. Let's clear that. I don't think I'll build up much more than that. So I think we are good here. Beautiful. Very well handled by the group, honestly. The DPS is awesome. I'm loving this. So, first pull, I may have jumped the gun on calling the DPS low or whatever, but I don't know. I needed to get better at living. And I kind of predicted that Cinderbrew Meadery would be where I drop over dead on certain pulls, like the first pull. And I only did a double muscle, not a triple muscle. But maybe I just mishandled my defensives, and maybe that's the issue. So let's potentially, taunt these guys. Drop a taunt totem here. We can taunt that afterwards. My apologies, I kind of forgot about them spawning in right away. I'm going to move the boss away from the bees so that we don't have any issues with that. And then if need be, I'm going to take care of the... okay, maybe I can take care of one of these before it even spawns in. Yeah, we get 2 bees this time. Okay. Taunt totem goes down there. The Black Ox statue. I'm going to drop this here. And I'm going to try to move them away as quickly as possible away from the stuff, the puddles on the ground, because I don't want to have the people deal with that. We're going to go ahead and destroy one of these. Drop this over here. We're going to diffuse magics to reduce the damage we take when we dip our toes into that. And I guess I'm going to have to take care of the last one as well. Never mind. That was too little too late. The group's kind of busy staring at nothing. We're going to AoE taunt here. Drop this over here. Let's bounce them away so that they don't get the buff. I didn't mean to mount that up, but you know what? I'll take a bee when I can get a bee. You know what I mean? People are actually using it now. They're trying to break 2 here. I'm gonna drop this over here. Hopefully somebody grabs the fucking bee and, you know, does the last one, but whatever. I'll do it myself. Wait for the winds to end, and then we blow this last one up and we good. Apparently they explode when you use them during winds, but I don't know anymore, man. I've seen all sorts of behavior from the bees. The taunt totem's gonna get replaced over here. Just gonna let them hit once just so I can... There we go. Maybe shouldn't stand in the thing I drop. Whatever. Focusing really hard on just getting the bees taunted, and we're gonna... Yeah, there we go. Nice. We had a bloodlust for this. I'm happy with that. We're just hopefully going to skip all of these and not pull these bees. We don't need to pull the bees. Would like it if we didn't pull the bees. Very nice. We didn't pull the bees, guys. The beelets remain in place. We have a soothe. We could soothe. I don't think we need to. I think it's honestly better if I just grab them and go into the next pull with them. And we can grab this as well. And then we grab that corner pack over there with the patrol maybe. I feel like that's okay, because there's a lot of casters in here. There's a pyromaniac. There's this brew thing that has to be taken care of, and use a dampen harm here. Looking at the explosive batches, that's what I'm most worried about. So let's utilize that. Dispel the rogue, because he can't dispel himself without using cloak. Beautiful. Very nice. Very happy with this. Let's purify some stagger. Can we get some CDR from Keg Smash? Very nice. Use a celestial brew just to keep the damage intake a little bit smoother. You know what I mean? Just a bit of smooth. 2 more brew drops drop. We're going to... I don't know. I don't know what we're going to. Not ideal from the patrol. They're really far away. I'm going to wait for the brew drops to die. Actually, let's taunt the scientist and send a keg at him. I was unable to do so. 2 batches go down. I'm going to stand right here. Touch of Death 1 that's higher HP. There we go. Purify some of that stagger, and let's kick the little regenerating thing, the honey thing. The biggest issue is when that rejuvenating honey goes on to... Ooh, let's heal our friend here that's a little bit low. Let's heal ourselves because we're a little bit low. The batches come out, cleanse the rogue. Can't do much about the batches. There we go. We get that. Taunt totem AoE taunt. Need to fix that. Need to just turn that into 1 keybind with 1 macro. Hopefully I remember to do that at the end here of the dungeon. Very dangerous pull. These hobgoblins doing a lot of damage to our group. We're gonna help out the undergeared druid every time we can when we have a heal, which is now. Let's do that again. Brew drops need to get taunted off. Or rather, I need to gain aggro on them. My apologies. I woke up like at 8 a.m. and started recording shortly afterwards, which is never a good idea, I guess, but I kind of have to do it, otherwise, you know, issues. I'm going to charge this into the pillar here, and hopefully be able to do that again here. Beautiful. Arcane explosion, or not arcane explosion, touch of the magi explosion takes out that 1 guy, and we're ready to move on to the next thing. Okay. I'm going to drag this into next room. Hopefully, that's perfect. That is perfect. I don't want to triple group here. That would be pretty brutal for us to take on. So we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna heal myself. We're gonna remove this from Draco. We have... Oh, this is horrible. I had... it was on me and I didn't realize. And that's gonna give us 1 extra group, I believe. Alright, let's see if this works out. We're gonna touch of death the keg so we don't have to worry about that. We're gonna drop the taunt totem over here. Taunt AoE. Get everything to me. Dampen harm. Focusing right now. Gonna bounce him. Shiverfiend goes down. I'm not too worried about that. This is looking like a reset to me. We have an exploding keg that I can't fucking target because the thing keeps moving. Yeah, that's a reset. It was a reckless pull by me. All right, so what we're going to do this time around, we're going to wait for the healer first of all, and then we're going to pull this pack into here and just have more enemies. I wanted to do a hobgoblin at the same time just to increase the viability of that, but that didn't really work out, did it? So, you know, here we are. And AoE taunt goes out from the totem, and then we have these to deal with. Beautiful. Looking at this pyromaniac, we're going to interrupt him here in a moment. I feel like my plater settings have reset, and I'm really bothered by that. Big MD goes out, takes care of all of that nonsense. Very dangerous pull. I pulled too aggressively there. Definitely pulled too aggressively. It could have been done if I had just simply not pulled into the room to the side, but I was greedy for the hobgoblin. You know, I love them hobgoblins. All right, we're gonna not deal with that group in the corner. I don't think I need it for anything, which means I could maybe pull some groups over here, right? Oh my god, Rogue. Killing's free, am I right? Holy shit, dude, that's crazy. All right, there's a batch. I have a touch of death for it. We're going to touch of death it. Jesus Christ. Okay, explosive keg's gonna go off because we're not handling that perfectly. I think it's again my fault because I'm making a hell of a pull. But explosive keg doesn't see, or explosive brew, whatever, the failed batch or whatever. That is not going to be a huge problem. We're gonna heal Schizophrene to the full. Please kill the batches. There we go. Rejuvenating honey goes out. Hopefully it's not on the hobgoblin. It is not. We're good. Okay. Again, a bit of a cluster, but we're making it work. And that orb is suspiciously close to pulling some shit, but we're going to be fine. And this is the last group we need to handle. I'm going to move it away from where the boss is, just because I don't want to have to deal with that. All right. In case the boss spawns in after we kill things and we still have the hobgoblin running around. But the arcade mage is doing good work here, keeping everything under control. Schizophrene gets a bit of a heal. We kick this, a pullback. Oh my god, why am I taking so much damage? What is killing me exactly? Like, what the heck is killing me? Whatever, I need to use more defensives. Saving Fortifying Brew for next season, guys. It's going to be a hard one, so I heard. I'm just going to use Fortifying Brew, dude. I don't know why I'm dying this. What's happening? Oh, goodness gracious. All right, the boss is coming in now, because we've killed everything except for the hobgoblin, like I said, would be the case. Cleanse the rogue. No need for an MD. I'm going to heal this off for myself, and we have the full shebang. Now, I would love to do something else, but and have Bloodlust for the boss, but there's nothing left, which it would have been okay if I had not wiped the group previously. I don't know, man. Some messy pulls here. I'm greedy with the pulls. I could make it a lot simpler and a lot easier if I just didn't pull so big. But we have plenty of time to time the dungeon, so I'm okay with it. Even with a person at 628. That being said, the 628 person is doing quite well on the DPS front. Let's taunt Ipa. That'll make him move faster. Let's drop our Transcendence, teleport down like this. And we're going to put a nice little bounce back here, right here. That'll keep them all stacked over there. Roughly roundabout. They're going to die all over there. Now, this is a sketch place to be at. I was expecting them to die a little bit quicker. Let's heal Schizophrene here till they get the spell. There we go. They got the spell. I'm going to be in a sketch spot. I need to make sure that this lines up really, really well. So I need one here, and one here. Hoping that ends up being the case, because I've seen them kind of go all over the place. I'm going to stun all of these. I'm going to taunt this guy to move him out of there faster. And look at that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we have bounce back soon. Transcendence goes out. I don't get knocked back as much. I'm going to boing this guy back. We want them all to die. I'm going to even contribute an explosive keg to that, because why not? It looks like they got a stack of the buff. The boss didn't. Am I crazy? How did the boss not get one, but they did? Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Let's reposition our friend here so that we can sneak past things again. We're gonna have to go in that direction, and let's heal ourselves. There we go. I'm going to try to position in advance. We have nothing available to stun these guys, so I can slow them. I'm gonna taunt and drag. There we go. Heal ourselves. Let's heal ourselves. Dampen harm stops the bottom's uppercut from kicking our ass. We have a knockback available for those guys. I mean, this is just you know, we kind of finessing this guy. Just stay on boss now. Schizophrene needs some healing. I'm going to dispel this person. Touch of death soon for the boss is going to be just fine. I don't want to have to deal with any more nonsense. Beautiful. I feel like I kited that pretty well. I feel like that was pretty smooth. The taunt speed up comes in handy. I feel like we're doing good. I'm going to go ahead and put some markers on these guys. Skull, then X, then star, so people know which one to focus. Mirror images somehow rip aggro, or somehow get them to get in combat. That was weird. I've never seen that before. So skull, then X, then thingy. Let's see, are people focusing it? I'm focusing it. Hopefully people are focusing it as well. It looks like they are. It's dropping much lower than the rest of them, which is really, really good. That's good. And now it's just star that guy so people know. Very nice. If you single target here, even if you do cleave and stuff, it's just better to single target. Ideally, so the big min-max thing is to mind control one and keep it there until you get the last one or whatever, and then you release that mind controlled one, whatever. But you can only do it while there's still 4. I break all big kegs. You can just chill. So I'm gonna break all the big kegs just so people see that I'm gonna do it. so that they don't break with the circle. So it's important to not break too many because they put a big dot on the group and we don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm going to put a teleport back here. We're going to break all of those. Once we get knocked back, we're going to grab that, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. Melee should be always safe with my my sort of approach to this, so I feel good about that. Killing Spree goes out, activates this one dude. It's not great. Schizophrene gets laid out by that, unfortunately. Killing Spree kills others as well, apparently. We have CRs available, but nobody else can use that. Hold on, let me break this, and then I'm going to res Schizophrene here. I got bounced by that. I'm going to res Schizophrene here. There we go. If they want to take it, they can take it. I'll have a heal for them, like, ready, but they're probably going to take it afterwards here. I think that's the right call. Let's heal them up real quick. That's beautiful. Absolutely perfect. All right. Explosive keg, because we've got 3 stacks is enough, I feel like, even if I don't get 4. Ideally, I'd get 4. And what I'm talking about is the stacks of the thing that, whatchamacallits, Weapons of Order, that debuff. The rogue is just trolling at this point with the killing spree, but it's whatever. They could have waited like a second to use it. Maybe they were already waiting for a long time. I don't know. Rogue doesn't have killing spree now, I really hope. They're going to keep breaking barrels that are right next to us, and I really don't like it. I'm going to get knocked back into some flames, maybe? I don't know. So you could argue that leaving 1 is better because people will use defensives for the intermission. So there is that as a possibility where you could just leave 1 so there's a dot at the same time as the intermission damage, and the healer can also just use the 1 cooldown for that. I do think boss dies here. Let's try and set up some more breaks anyway, just in case. I failed my transcendence thing, but that's all right. We're in a safe spot here. Think boss dies. I think boss dies. I'm gonna stop. I think boss dies, so I'm just not gonna break any. Just kill her. I don't know why I didn't trust. We're doing great damage, so this rogue just doesn't get it. Bro, stop breaking the barrels. Whatever. I gotta put it close to barrels, so it's my own fault, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. Going into intermission, Touch of Death cleans that up, and good to go. Sorry about over pulling. We'll hit him with the shill macro, and we're gonna peace out. Oh, we have a portal, so let's use the portal. All right, that gave us 79 rating. So we're now, what is this? 91 rating away from hitting 2.5k. That would have to be 2 dungeons. I don't think I can get 91 rating from a single run, because it wasn't a 2-star. Was it close to a 2-star? I have no idea. 2 minutes 24 seconds left. Not exactly close to a 2-star from my understanding. So no, not really, due to the 2 wipes I caused for the group, but not a big deal. So even with a 2-star, I would get like 80, 82 rating, maybe 85 at the most. So I would not get this whole rating thing from a 10. An 11 maybe, but I don't think I can do an 11. Maybe 11 Rookery. Dude, 11 Rookery would go hard right now. I think I would get the rating I need to hit 2.5k, but I think that's going to be it for today's video, because we did the whole delve thing, all the vaults and everything, and then just 1 run of a 10 is fine, I think. So we'll do more 10s today on the stream. But before I yap about that, we're going to talk about what I could have done better in that run. So one thing was, don't pull so close. Let's open up MDT for this. Where is Meadery? I don't even have a route for it. That's how prepared I am. So one thing that I did at the start, I pulled this muscle pack, this attendant, this group, and all of these. So this is a lot, actually. This is a whole bunch. Now, what I could do is I could drop this, make it safer for myself. This attendant kind of has to be pulled. But then I have 2 attendants debuffing me, because attendants, what they do is it the attendants? Who is it that puts the stupid dot on me? Oh, it's the patrons. So the patron. Okay, there was a misunderstanding between me and Seeker. I thought it was the attendants that actually gave me the bleed, but it's the patrons. Okay. Either way, this thing is rough. It'll stack as many times as you let it, and it lasts for 10 seconds. So at some point, I need to take a look at my stacks and try to clear that with Ring of Peace or something. So potentially with patrons and attendants being over here. So the attendants, they put the swirly down that disorients me. I have to look out for that. If I get disoriented, someone's probably dying unless we have a full ranged comp and the mobs haven't reached them yet. But most likely someone's dying. This is a good bloodlust pull, but I feel like the mobs maybe lived a little bit longer, the patrons and stuff, so I had to deal with that for a little bit longer. But the issue might be because we had a 628 person in the group, so, you know, it wasn't exactly blasting all around. But I feel like I undercommitted resources as well. So I don't think I used Dampen Harm or Fortifying Brew correctly here, and that would probably be why I died. So I had to probably go into it expecting to take a shit ton of damage and save maybe Fortifying Brew for later when I have a bunch of bleed stacks and stuff, and Dampen Harm as well. Maybe during the pull and gather would be good. Dampen Harm, yeah, I think so. And then also proper management of Purifying Brew. With a pull this bug, with a pull this big, I don't know how to speak today apparently. What I have to do is I have to manage my Purifying Brew a bit better. I was sending it basically the second I saw that my bar for stagger was red, and I don't think that's the right call. I feel like I should do it really only when I get past like the 15 million mark and clear that amount of stagger. The rest of it, the healer's just gonna have to heal. I was yelling at the start for healer heal me or whatever, but that was pure panic. The healer, God's willing, the healer can't save me with like a pain sup or something, but in general, you know, it's down to me to live this, because I'm not going to have a pain suppression or external. Sometimes I'll have a resto shaman, and all they can do is drop a healing link totem on top of me, which is not going to save me long term. Like, I have to manage my own defensives better. So I need to practice this pull, maybe do some more 10s or something to just get a bit of a feel of how I'm supposed to live this. Now, again, what would help is clearing out all these little shit kicker mobs. Like, if those just explode because we have a bazillion AoE damage, that would be sick. It's also a bit too big of a pull for an Outlaw Rogue to effectively damage everything. There's too many mobs. And with our Balanced Druid being undergeared, he's not there to pump everything. Our Arcane Mage is prioing one of these muscles. Sure, there's cleave and stuff, like you're hitting things and you're funneling, so you're hitting other mobs, but it's nowhere near the amount of AoE as like a Red Paladin just spamming the Mindstorm or whatever, you know what I mean? So again, this pull needed to manage my Purifying Brew better. I think that's about the only thing I could have done better, plus use defensives more. Just use Dampen Harm and use Fortifying Brew better there. I think that would have been the right call. Of course, you could argue, hey, you could just go and play Master of Harmony, get an extra charge of Celestial Brew, and that'll help you out a lot. Yes, it will. I think you're right, but I freaking hate using Chi Burst, and I feel like I'm forced to play Chi Burst if I play it. Who knows? Maybe I drop Chi Burst and just play it anyway. And yes, I don't play Chi Burst because having to cast something as a tank feels atrociously bad. I know I can dodge and do stuff during it, but it's just, I don't like it. Me no likey. Okay, so the next thing where we died was, I'll add a poll and just talk about it. So what I tried to do, we did these two together, and then I was like, okay, since I can't pull these and these, which is what I would usually do. So, okay, let's start from the beginning. Usually I grab this, and this, just pull this whole thing. Sometimes I soothe skip these, so these are kind of optional if I can. I could have done it this dungeon, and it probably would have led to a more perfect count, but I was worried, you know, if we wipe, we have to wait for people, or if one person dies and releases, the priest has to go back to soothe these for them, unless it's the rogue and can sneak past them and blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. But I didn't want to have to deal with all that. So I just pulled this. But I saw that these guys were far away. I couldn't see them anywhere nearby through the little windows and stuff. So I dropped this pull, and I decided I'm going to pull this and this. And then in the next pull, I'm going to pull these guys into this room. Now, what I wanted to do in this room was I wanted to pull them to the side here in the corner and pull this hobgoblin that patrols the side with this pack. And that feels like a doable pull. And it was until these got pulled by God knows what, which probably someone dodging some swirly or some shit. I don't know what it was, but somebody body pulled these. And this is somebody body pulled, yes, but this is my mistake. This was not necessary. I didn't need to do this pull. This was not, I could have literally just done, and what I ended up doing after we wiped was this. Like just these two groups, what was left of them or whatever. Now, additionally, it got a bit more complicated because this group got pulled into this previous idea that I had, and the hobgoblin was charging me. I didn't realize the hobgoblin was charging me, so what I did was I rolled forward to stun these guys so they don't auto attack kill someone, and as I did that, I sent the hobgoblin charging into this pack, and at that point it was just all ogre. We had so much shit in the pull, it wasn't dying very quickly. I was dying very quickly. It just deteriorated from there. So lesson learned, don't expect, I should minimize the risk of body pulls happening, even if that means a suboptimal pull. I got greedy here, and I really wanted to do a hobgoblin pull like this, so that we have a prio target for the mage, and, you know, big group on top of a big mob. It just feels, it makes sense, you know, with a arcane mage in the group, or any sort of funnel thing, right? But unfortunately, that was not the case. So again, lesson learned, try to avoid any sort of body pull stuff. Again, there is enough space to just fight in this corner, but people kind of walked in and walked too close to that, and it was a whole thing. So again, my fault. And then overall, I feel like I had too much percent in the route. Again, that could have been avoided by skipping this, or skipping, you could even skip this patrol. So you pull this stuff together, and then you don't pull this patrol. When they patrol here, you could just literally walk down here. It's a complete non-issue. You just walk down here, you fight this. So you could avoid being over percent here if you're a little bit more careful about it. I wasn't. I just pulled everything here because I didn't want to risk, which is what I should have done here as well, is like just make the pull happen even if it's not optimal, just to make it safer. So that's my review. Now let's actually do a reset for this route, and let's build a whole route. I feel like that's fun. People had fun with me doing it in the previous episode. So let's just do the first pull that we did. So this is the super aggressive double muscle triple pack kind of pull. Double muscle pack and double pack and 2 attendants that patrol. It's very aggressive. A lot of people opt for triple muscle pull like this, and they drop this group. It's also an option, but I feel like this is safer than pulling a whole muscle that debuffs everyone. But if you have the DPS and the group doesn't have an undergeared person and a tank that doesn't know how to live, then you can do the triple muscle and it works out. So after that, of course, we're going to do a muscle pull with probably this group here, depending on where Chewy is. And then we do Chewy with the rest of the group here and this, which is also another aggressive pull, to be fair. Then of course we have El Jefe. What you could do is you could do El Jefe with this group in the corner. That's also a possibility, and potentially the attendant. So that's an option. You can that way you can reduce the damage that you're taking from Chewy plus gang, but then it feels like you don't have all that much of a cool pull to pull with Chewy. Then again, you don't want Chewy buffing too many things, so I kind of get it. Some kind of permutation of this will work. It's not a huge issue. You can kind of on the fly decide what you're pulling in the boss and what you're pulling with Chewy. It's not a big deal, depending on how well your group's doing or how well you're surviving. Anyway, next pull, we're going to go down. Usually, pulls in here are fast enough to where you want to go down Busby's side because you get better timings. You get a Bloodlust for Busby rather than going down Ipa, and you will get a Bloodlust for Ipa as well. But the issue is you're going to be off cooldown on the Bloodlust for a lot longer than if you just went down Busby. So in Busby, we pull Wrangler, these bees, this guy, and this for the first pull. Then we go here and pull these, which is also aggressive. You can also pull this Purveyor. Honestly, I feel like for the future, I'm not going to pull this Purveyor in if I can help it. This guy kind of patrols close to the Purveyor, so it can be annoying to avoid it, but you can pull this together or you can not pull it together. This pull and this pull, extremely dangerous for the tank. Tank will struggle. If you're a healer or anyone with an external, help your tank in these pulls. These billets hurt like they just hurt. The dot they put on you is bad. Anyway, next pull is going to be this, and then this, and then ideally we skip this. Let's skip these two, and see how that works out. So let's just pull all of this now, and then these into boss, or rather, sorry, not these into boss. I'm misclicking things. I think I pull these into pull 9. I think so. Yeah, it's just a little misrepresented here, but we pull these into boss because they're closer to the stairs. You don't need to pull these. We'll come back to them and maybe pull them in case we find out that we do need the percent from it. Now we go over to the IPA wing, which is pull number 11, and let's see. Let's just pull everything in this corner. So this is a very dangerous pull. There's a lot of casters, a lot of rejuvenating brews, a lot of nameplates, and a lot of those failed batches, which will explode and kill your group. So very dangerous pull overall. As a tank, what I could do is you see these little ridges. You can kind of position in a corner. Let's say your group is fighting over here. You keep the mobs here and you position in this corner. When the batches drop, they're going to drop on you. The mobs are here. People from here can hit them and they can line of sight the batches. Now, it takes some group coordination, and if somebody just like walks up to this area or some shit, they're going to have to deal with the batches, but it's a little thing that you can do to potentially reduce the chances of the batches going off. But then they're probably line of sighting people that are trying to be here. So if there's someone here, they might still die. yada, yada, yada. Moving on. We're going to add a pull. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this pull, which is aggressive again. And here I'm willing to just wait for these to patrol around and do what they need to do. Even if I have to drag them from here to here, I can maybe as a brewmaster taunt the flavor scientist to move him there quicker. Or I don't know. Actually, it doesn't matter where the flavor scientist is. It matters where I am. So I need to get to this group quick. Why? Because we want to fight them here. Why? Because we want to have everything stacked up and the flavor scientist will drop the failed batch on top of where the tank is standing. So I want it to be in the middle of these and get cleaved down. Anyway, moving on from pull number 13, we can pull maybe this pack and kind of the rest of these. It feels kind of okay. Another very aggressive pull. It feels like you can split it off and just have these guys pulled, and I feel like that'll be fine as well. And then one more pull for this. You can again combine these at your leisure, and then we have El Jefe, and we kite around back and forth like we did before. We avoid pulling this. Now this is the minimal amount of percent that we need. What happens here? We grab this and we grab boss. So we're missing a bit of percent. Let's see. Can we pull with Busby, pull number 10? Can we pull these? Will that give percent? That does not actually give percent. Interesting. Was there something else I skipped? I guess I skipped this group. So maybe I can incorporate this group. How much is that? 0.5%, a whole percent, and a bit. So if I drop these and in pull number 3 or 4, no, in pull number 2 or 3, let's say. In pull number 2 or 3, we grab these guys. That'll give us a bit more percent than we need. But the issue is I'd rather get my percent from butt pulling these by accident than from having to pull these. Why? Because, you know, this is later on in the run. So you might be over percent if you pull these and then accidentally pull these. But I feel like this is a good plan, right? Or I can pull them into Chewy, which would be pull 3. No, pull these into Chewy, an attendant, and then El Jefe with these guys in the corner. Maybe during like after first intermission or something like that. That sounds like a good idea to me. Okay, so what are we skipping? The only skips that you need to do apparently are these guys and manage IPA with having these guys remaining. Walk past these guys, which is also fairly easy. Just make sure your pet classes dismiss things. And that's it. That's the only skips. And I guess you gotta avoid these, but I've really almost never seen anyone pull these into the boss fight, and they're pretty easy to manage in the boss fight. It's not a big issue. I feel like this is an okay route. Again, I could min-max this and just double check like what would be the best combination of all these. Should I pull one guy here with this, or maybe one pack into this, or blah 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 blah. But like it doesn't matter. Just keep it chill. Grab this guy with these guys, and that's it. You can again. I would probably get rid of pull number 15 and just pull all of these with the Hobgoblin pull number 14. But let's say this is the safer route of not having to deal with that many casters and stuff while dealing with the Hobgoblin and the brew. It's really the failed batches from these flavor scientists that you worry about. Anyway, I feel like that's a good little route. Remembering the exact combinations here is a bit of a pain in the ass, but the core idea is you pull things, you pull fewer nasty things into Chewy, right? And you don't pull 3 muscles. Double muscle, kind of livable. If you want to keep it turbo safe, you split up pull number 1 into multiple pulls. But for the most part, people lust at the start, and then you have the hired muscle pull to lust, and it feels good. Okay, so that's the routing fixed. The other thing, like I said, what I could do better is make sure that I actually use these celestial brews, or sorry, the purifying brews more effectively. I'm using them too early. 10 million stagger sounds like a lot, but when you reach 20 million stagger in these big rough pulls, you really wish you used it on the 20 million rather than the 10, right? So I should be more patient in these pulls that do more damage, but what I also need to know is like which pulls will actually get me to that point of stagger. When am I wasting my time waiting for more damage intake versus when am I actually good to use the purifying brew on 10 million and such. So that's things I have to learn, and hopefully I learn them sooner rather than later. I'd hate to have to learn them in 12s. But yes, friends, I think that's pretty much it for this video. A quick reminder, check out the stream. We're going to be doing some more 10s today just to get some more gilded crests, maybe craft or recraft things, flesh out the rest of the rating from these 3 that we haven't done, probably hit 2.5k, have a good time and all that good stuff. So check out the stream. It's both on YouTube and on Twitch. You can find links in the description to Twitch, or just, you're on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube and you'll see the stream. Pretty simple. I don't know why you looking at me like that. Stop looking at me like that. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Let me know what you liked about it in a comment down below. If you had fun, make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes coming. If you want to see what happens between these episodes, you can check out the stream. If you can't make it to the stream, you can check out the VODs on the live section of this YouTube channel. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. And I wish I didn't have to go edit, because I want to do those delves. Just curious to see. I feel like I can get some more gilded crests from that. That's probably an efficient way to get them at this point. And also, you know, farm some overcharged stuff. Could be cool. Bye.